Welcome back, guys. I've been gone for a minute. I just wanted to come back to address something to say. Try to, for people that are currently doing their final year or their third year of study, try to look into applying this year for programs that you want to do next year. So there are things called graduate programs. The fact that it's a graduate program doesn't mean that you need to apply for it when you are a graduate. You apply it on your last year of study. So there's a site called Graduate 24. I'll try to pin the link on the description. So there are places that you can find jobs in it. There's a place called Pinet. There is a graduate program. There is LinkedIn. There is Indeed Jobs. If you're in South Africa, so you apply for these things once you are doing your final year. Don't wait until you are a graduate or when you are doing your honors. And there's also something that is very important. You should always apply for bursaries if you intend to do something after your degree. Like if you intend to do an honors degree or a post or a PGCE or anything of that nature, a postgraduate study, you need to apply for a bursary early. Don't apply on the fourth quarter. Don't apply around October and November. You apply early around these times, around April, around May. Just make sure you apply early so that because some bursaries and some programs for 2020 for the next year, you apply this year and early this year so they can make their recruitment. You can write the test that they require to write. All of those things that are necessary for you to do, you do them so as you are doing your final year. We know that the modules or whatever you are doing the year must be tough and stuff like that, but you have to juggle it if you intend to going into the workplace. So don't just apply for graduate programs only. Also look into learnerships. I know learnerships are underrated and sometimes they pay a very minimum fee because most of them don't need you to be qualified to have a graduate degree. Some do, but you can still apply because you are a graduate. Apply for learnerships. A learnership will pay you a small amount, but most of them they place you. They find a place where they are going to give you work experience. So it's easier to find a job when you have a company as a reference point than when you have a university as a reference point, because our universities are not rated the same. So that may affect the selection process, and that may cause you not to be taken first compared to someone who is in a university that is internationally recognized. So make sure you apply for the learnerships, graduate program, and internships. All of those things will benefit you very much. Yes, they will pay you a little bit. Some things don't pay the same. Like if you are in a bank, you won't get the same amount as someone that is in that is working for a certain company, a startup company. But it's still experience, because the thing that you are fighting for when you are just beginning to study is experience. So you must always make sure you find ways in which you can you can gain that experience. And for me myself, I'm speaking from experience that you need these things. Some internships that you are going to do will not necessarily be related to anything that you studied or anything that has to do. What do I mean about that? Because what do I mean about not being related to anything that you studied? I once did an internship. An internship was in the psychiatry department. We were doing some research. It didn't really need much programming, or it didn't really need anything that I learned specifically that's related to specifically computer science. It just needed me to understand how to administrate a certain system. So basically, as anyone could have done that with the right proper training, of course. So it wasn't challenging, but it was something that I could use as a reference point for me to get another job. So things like that are very important. Don't look down on certain opportunities because they are just those opportunities. They may be what opens a greater door for you. On my TikTok account, I shared a story of my friend who went from getting 3,000 rands to getting 29,000. From doing a learnership, then progressing to doing being a full-time analyst, being employed by the company and being an analyst. So with you having pride, yeah, setting yourself short, because you need to be out there. People need to know you. I recently heard someone saying it in a video that I was looking at. It said it's not about who you know, it's about who knows you. And that is very important in this game of life that you are playing and the way you want to succeed. People need to know who knows you and why those people chose you. So you need to apply for a graduate program, you need to apply for a learnership, you need to apply. Go look into Graduate 24, go look into Indeed, you look to LinkedIn. It will be of great benefit to you.